What's up YouTube, PZS in here. Gonna be making a video for you guys. A little bit edgy to be making this video, like in terms of like, I'm a little bit uncomfortable making this video because you know how my iMac's doing, but it seems to be stable enough at the moment to where I could probably make this video. This is a video that I had wanted to make actually the day that I realized my iMac was kind of messing up, so yeah, I wanted to show you guys a little bit of this Screenflow program here because I know I've been talking about it a lot in my, on my channel, and I've been really excited about getting it and stuff, and of course my iMac's starting to do this now where it's just having these graphical glitches, but I honestly think we're going to be okay in this video. We shall see though. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to give you guys a basic tour around it. I wanted to show you guys a little bit of, what it looks like and such, how, and kind of not really give you guys like a full-on tutorial, but just sort of show you guys how it works. I've got a little video here. It's if you look down here, if you look right down here, it says it's 2 minutes and 10 seconds long. Alright, and it's not really anything. It's just something I recorded for the purpose of this video. It's just me sort of messing around on my computer. I kind of go in and open up my channel and such, and I'm just going to be showing you guys sort of with this video kind of a few basic things that you can do with it, or what you can do with this program. So let's go back to the very beginning. Now in this particular case, I don't really have any audio for this video, like I do with this one. I've got my voice right now for the audio and such, but we're just going to go with basically showing you how to edit the video. The audio is pretty much, well, it's audio. Usually you don't touch it, but for me I actually do kind of need to sync this audio up with it, so yeah, just so you know. So sometimes I might do a hard click or something like that so I can get everything lined up with everything I need to do, because the sound likes to go out of sync sometimes. Anyways, that does not matter. So, okay, let me just go ahead and show you guys sort of this basic concept here. Over, as you can see right here, this big area right here, obviously, this is your preview area, okay? And I should also mention that this editor that I'm in right now comes up after you're done recording a video, okay? The way that you go about recording a video, I'm just going to have to show you this in screenshots, is that you go up here, okay? And where this says stop record, it'll actually say record. You click on it, and then it'll actually bring up this little countdown here, and it will actually, once the countdown's done, or you can actually click on the countdown to skip it, and then it'll actually start recording from there. And it actually really does not feel like it's recording. It's so smooth, and just like, it's almost like, it's so, yeah, I don't know how to explain it. But once you're done recording, you use the Command-Shift-2 combination to stop recording. And for some reason when I started this recording doing that, it actually brought up a dialog asking me if I wanted to delete all my files, which kind of scared me, so luckily I said no to that. I hope that doesn't come up again, because that would be bad. Okay, so anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys a few things. Alright, obviously down here, this is your timeline. Okay, this area down here is your timeline. And this area over here, this is where you're going to be doing a lot of your work, over here on this right side here. As you can see, we've got all these tabs. We've got video properties, we've got audio properties, we've got screen recording properties, which is specific to the screen recording itself. So yeah, if you're just using this to edit a regular video, which actually I do sometimes, then you won't really be reusing this because well, for the most part, won't be any screen recordings. We've got the callout properties here, and then we've got over here the annotations properties, then the text box properties, and then this just shows you all your media. So like if I had another, like let's say if I wanted to, just for sake of example, drag in this, right, let's say I wanted to drag this in to it, I could just put this right here, and then it's actually a part of this project, but we don't need that, let's get rid of it. Okay, so let me just go ahead and show you guys a few things we can do with this program. So let's go ahead and let's actually sort of do a little bit of skipping around here. I don't really want to be, yeah, let's see. Alright, so let's go over here to the beginning. One thing I like to do with my videos is I like to give them, obviously, a fade in and a fade out effect. So a way you can do that is you just right click here and you can do add starting and ending transitions. Now for whatever reason, I actually set this up myself. Like, this is how I have it set to do. As you see, it just did a nice fade in there. But for whatever reason, the default setting, let me see if I can get you to it. Okay, I'm going to need to do a zoom in here. So you just use the slider down here to zoom in. For whatever reason, this is the default. and this is what it looks like. I personally think that looks really terrible. So if you want to know how to actually set that to, you know, just do cross dissolve, it's actually, you go into Screenflow, Preferences, and Timeline, and the default transition. This is where you go to set this. You can just choose. I highly recommend that you set it to cross dissolve. In fact, I really think this should be the stock setting. And I'm chewing gum, I just realized. I do apologize. Good grief, that's not exactly a very professional thing to be doing. So yeah, let's just go ahead and watch through this video. And let's see, so far nothing really is happening until, oh, I'm going to click on Google Chrome. Now, the way that my iMac is set up, it actually is, you know, I wouldn't necessarily have to do this right now. In fact, I'm not going to go and do this right now, but one thing I could do is I could add a callout here. But let's see if we can find a better example to like add in a callout or something. So Google Chrome is opening, taking its precious time. So yeah, let's see. And I'm about to start tapping away. Dink. Alright. So, okay, actually let's do some right here. Like right there I was typing in my YouTube channel. If I wanted to make that really obvious what I could do, there's actually a few things I could do. But one thing I can actually do to kind of make sure that you guys can focus in on that area is I could actually do something called a video action. Alright, and this is actually right here in this first tab. I can put in a video action. So let me go and show you. What I want to do is I want to select this video here, okay? And when I come over and I click add video action, check this out, okay? Now, I don't think I necessarily want this to be here. I actually would really want this to be probably right when I'm about to start typing. So right about there. Let's actually drag this to right here. Okay, and what the video action is, it essentially, well, let me show you. So with this selected, when you're toggling these, you really want to make sure your video action is selected, meaning it's yellow. If it's purple like this, then it's not selected. So when it's yellow like that, when you clicked on it, you can actually go in here and change the scale, or what a lot of people like to do is I think you hold down Command and then you can scroll in like that. Yeah, and you can also use if you use a trackpad, you can do like this type deal. Now that's zooming in the whole thing, but you can, you know, obviously if you're holding Command down, you can do that with 2 fingers to go and do that. But I'm using my mouse, so yeah. But well, actually here, just for sake of demonstration, I'll use the trackpad so we can zoom in here. All right, and then let's go ahead and just drag this up. And I might have zoomed in a little too far here, so well, let's bring this over here actually, right there. Bam. Okay, perfect. So now, what essentially that did, we go back here, you can see that actually, wow, I clicked, you know, over here and it's almost like nothing happened. Check this out. When the thing goes over the video action, boom, zooms in, it's just like that, okay? It's PZZSCN, bam. And as you can see, that's starting to happen, so let's let this go a little bit more, and then we'll add another video action, and then we'll just reset it back to the default. Bam. Perfect. So now we have something that looks like this. Alright, and bam, look at that. And actually, because my internet was being a little bit slow here, there is a bit of a gap here, so you can do basic video editing techniques. So let's go like right back here, you know, where that starter goes away, and let's go ahead and let's let it play out a little bit, and then let's go ahead and do a cut. Now, a trick that I recently learned is this thing right here. If you just click on this, it will cut every single video that you have on here. Like, meaning, one of the features about this program is that it can be used for layered video editing, which means that you can have something on top of this. Like, for instance, let's move this down. Let's move this down. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to put in a picture. Let's put in my logo. So let's drag in a picture. And let's put it right there. Okay? And I'm just going to have to make another cut somewhere. Actually, wait, okay, yeah, hang on. Let's actually put this like somewhere over here for now. Let's go ahead and let's figure out where we want to make this the final splice, and then I'll demonstrate what I want to show you. Okay? Because the way I used to do this is that I would right click and do split clip, but it was kind of, it's kind of a slow way to do it. So, let's bring this over here a little bit more. Just wanted to demonstrate this feature. So okay, here we go. So my channel just now came up. Let's back this up a little bit, and just for sake of demonstration, I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to click on this. Now watch. everything's deselected. I just click on this, and it cuts both of them. Let's move this out of the way so it's easier to see. You can see it cut both of them in the same spot. I don't necessarily want that, but I was just going to demonstrate that for you guys. And this is a little bit of a glitch with the program. It sometimes holds on to like artifacts and stuff. I don't know why. But let's go ahead and come back over here. Let's just make the split right here. So I'm just going to do the split clip trip, whatever you want to call it for now. And then let's just go ahead and delete that. Okay, that's gone. That was just white space, okay? Then we can actually go in here. If we can right click on this empty space here and just do close gap. So you can do basic video editing techniques. And what I like to do is put in a little bit of a transition if at all possible. So yeah, that should look fairly nice. Just check that out. Well, it's not really noticeable, so whatever. I mean, I could drag it in a little bit more to make it more noticeable, but let's see what that does. Okay. And then we can go ahead and have my logo like right here or something. And, you know, again, just like we could do, we can actually add in, you know, transitions. Or if I wanted to give like a sort of more customized feel, or I guess I could say that, I could actually use a video action instead of a transition. This is something I sometimes do. Do a video action, put that right at the beginning. Okay, actually, just drag it right about here, so that way we can keep this like, okay, let me see here. Alright, let's go to the beginning of this, okay? It's very important to note that if where your little seek bar here is, wherever that is going to determine, like, if it's before the video action, it's going to set the things that are, it's going to set up what's going on before, you know, before you actually hit that, if that makes sense. Meaning, if I set settings right now, like scale this all the way down, alright, then once we hit that video transition, or yeah, it's gonna zoom back up to default. But if I were at, like, say right here, if I were to maybe make this turn like that, then yeah, I mean, you can kind of see that after we hit the video transition, yeah, yeah, you kind of get the idea. So, there you go. It's just something to keep in mind, but let's go ahead and let's play with everything that's over here. So, we'll make that small. Let's sort of actually move this over, oh, fail. Let's make it a little bit bigger so we can do this. I'm still trying to get, oh, good grief, jeez. Alright. Let's move this like over off to the screen. Scale it. Why did it just do that? I swear, this is kind of annoying. Stop that. Stop. Okay. Let's scale it. Okay, whatever. If you're gonna be that way. Oh, I know why. No? I don't know. This is really weird. Okay. Fine. That's actually has never happened to me before. There we go. Use shift. Just like in Photoshop. So, let's do that. And as it's coming in, like, yeah. So right here, let's also sort of have it all rotated weird, like do an X rotation. This lets you do sort of 3D rotations, and if you want to, if you really want to make it go crazy, you can make this number like above 360, so it does sort of like multiple flips, if you know what I mean. So okay, let's see what this looks like. Yeah, just make it more crazy, I guess. But yeah, that's actually unnecessary. But actually what I could do is, instead of having it just jump right in the middle, maybe have it off to the side or something. You know, yeah. And then maybe I could put like an annotation here for like clicking on it and stuff. So there you go. Just like that. And that's exactly what it's going to look like. And let's just add an ending transition so it fades out. Yeah, okay. So there we go. Now I'm just scrolling through my channel here, showing it off a little bit. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and I clicked on that video. I want to edit that out because I didn't actually show that video too much. An ad actually popped up, which I was kind of hoping to like give like a quick sneak peek at the video, but I didn't feel like waiting for the ad to finish. So let's go ahead and split the clip here, and let's go ahead and actually I was about to click on something there, so let's like split right here just to shorten this, like, you know, dead space. Drag this over, a little bit of a transition, I guess. So let's see. Whoosh. Okay, I'm about to click on this thing right here. Let's make that very obvious, okay? We can do something here to make this more apparent that I'm about to click on that. You know, as if there's like a tutorial and I was showing how to get somewhere, and this is one of the steps to get there. What I can do is I can go to add callout, and then I can add a callout, alright? And as you can see, it's a little bit large. We'll be fine with that. So I've added the callout, Alright, let's actually bring it a little bit before. What you can do with the callout, as you can see, by default it will follow your mouse. So like it's following my mouse, as you can see there. You can just set it to not follow your mouse, but I think in this particular example, because I'm clicking on that, it's a good idea. So I can go ahead and I can set some settings here. I can set the opacity of the background. Okay, just like that. Let's go ahead and let's make it a little bit like that. I can also blur. Now one thing you have to understand about blur is that it actually is going to blur the actual callout itself. But if you want to, you can actually set it to blur the background, which looks really nice. It sort of, you know, makes it, well, I thought you could set the background blur. I guess you can't. I seriously thought I could set the background blur, but okay. You cannot set the background blur, but it kind of makes it look a little, stand out a little bit more. But we don't need that right now. We can also make this sort of zoom in on that a little bit, pull this up. We can increase the border just a tad. And so yeah, let's see what that looks like. Bam. Okay. And also one thing I like to do is you see down here this build. We can also give it a shadow. Let's give it a little shadow, just real quickly. I like to make it feather out a little bit more. So, oh, whoa. Actually, I really don't like the way that looks. Let's set the feather back down to 0. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, whoa, jump, shadow. Yeah, we can sort of spread out the shadow a little bit more. Okay. We can also give it an outline if we wanted to. Give it a nice blue outline, or any color that you want to. Really, you know, it doesn't really matter. You got that thing. But let's set this again. Let's set this to 0. So okay. Oh, we have to hit enter. What I like to do is I like to set a build transition. So I don't. Let's set the build transition to 0.10. I think that's a pretty good amount. So 0.10, and the out transition, which means it's going to go out. Let's set that to 0.10. Okay. So what all this does is it doesn't make it so sudden. Just boom like that. Okay. Some people might prefer that a little slower. I actually think I do. Let's set that to 0.30 or something. See if that looks a little bit better. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then we can click there and Video Manager. Now, to show that I'm clicking on Video Manager, another thing you can do, which is kind of cool, is screen recording properties. So I can go over here and I can add a screen recording action. So let's just add it right here. Bam, screen recording action. Alright, you can see that you can put these on top of other things. And this really, you know, is used just to toggle these settings. Like now I can set this to be a radar effect. So when I click on that, oh, okay, let's make the call out last a little bit longer. So now when I click on that, bam, you can see that I clicked it. And right around there, let's go ahead and have this start to go out. Bam, perfect. So let's see what that looks like. Nice. We can maybe make I could double click those, but we can maybe make the call out, you know, fade out transition a little bit slower too. Let's go for 20 on that one. See what that looks like. So yeah, you can see that you can do a whole lot of stuff with this. Alright, yeah, that works. So there we go, we're in here. Let's just see what I do next. Okay, so I clicked X. I could also, if I wanted to, you know, if I was demonstrating that you can click the X, I could add in another call out here. I have to make sure the clip is selected. Let's go back a little bit. And frame by frame using arrow keys. Alright, let's sort of add the call out right here. Alright. Again, let's just sort of zoom up. We don't really need it to be this. Well, we'll give it a little bit of a border. And for sake of demonstration, we're going to blur the background. Alright. And again, add in a build. So again, let's go for 0.30 yet again. And let's go for 0.20 yet again, I guess. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. Boom. Perfect. And then after that, we can go ahead and get out of that. So bring that down. And actually, let's go ahead and get rid of that click effect. We can actually add another screen recording action, you know, right after that. And just set this to none. And actually, so that should work. So that way we don't get like a ton of these little, those things. Yeah. So yeah, just so you know. Nom, nom, nom. I should not be chewing gum right now. I do apologize. Okay, and then we're going to add the call out there, and bam, we're gone. Okay, so what I'm about to do next, I don't know. Looks like I just opened up the folder there. let's see, open up a desktop background. I think I'm about to change my background actually. And I actually did mess up in this because I kind of forgot how to change the background for a moment, so I thought I did it directly through preview, so I just double clicked it there. We're going to edit this out because this is a fail, because you don't do it, you don't change your background through preview, you change it just by right clicking it. So let's just go ahead, let's cut all this out. Well, let me see, let me be a little bit more specific as to what I want to cut out. I just did Command Z there, just so you know. Alright, so right here, let's just go ahead and cut out, let's just make a cut right here, I guess, and then let's sort of figure out where we want to cut next. So start here. Alright, here we go. So let's cut to right here. Let me just get rid of that, because that's all a derp on my part. Alright, so close the gap, give it a little bit of a transition, just so it looks nice. Now let's go ahead and see what happens. So boom, I right click, and I'm going to go down to set as desktop picture. So let's add a little bit of a callout. Let's add a different callout. Let's not add a mouse callout. Let's add this kind of a callout. Instead of doing this, we're going to set this to freehand. Now what this allows me to do is this allows me to just drag out this callout. So I selected the square tool here, and I'm just going to get a good look at this, maybe zoom in on this with my, yeah, so I can get a little bit precise and drag that out. Oop. Okay, is that cool? I think, there should be a way to pan around with this thing. I don't see a way to do it. Unless if I do that, yeah, that works. So we can sort of zoom back out here. Whoa, alright, there's a graphics glitch. Alright, you see what I mean? I'm a little bit scared to do this, and then I can go ahead and make the zoom up a little bit. And, you know, we'll give this a blur, just so we can see, or I think I already did the blur effect. Let's see what that looks like actually without a opacity. Nah, that looks kind of bad. We need a slight opacity with that. We've already zoomed up, we can give it a bit more of a border, or, nah, we can't, never mind. Yeah, because it's a freehand, so there you go. And we can also blur this out if we didn't, like, if without zooming out, like let's say I didn't want people to see this, I could just go ahead and blur this completely so you can't see that. But, and what if I wanted to do that, I'd actually want to make sure that the opacity was set to none. So that way, yeah, because, yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and take the blur away and add the zoom in effect. Okay, so, and again, let's add the build. So we're going to do 30, and let's do 20. Just seems like a good set of settings right there. So let's see what we got here. Bam. Alright, and we really don't need it to be in there anymore. So let's go ahead and, wait, where's my mouse at? Come on. There you go. I have to make sure the video clip itself is selected. And let's drag this over to about here and see what that looks like. Bam. Niceness. And as you can see, the little click, the act of me clicking on this selection sort of blinked there, which is what the Mac does, so I don't really need to add a click effect there. Alright, and there you go, I clicked X, and then I just selected things for no reason, and then I wanted to go ahead and set my desktop background back. So if I wanted to demonstrate how to set it back to default, let's go ahead. Unfortunately, there's really, if you're in the screen recordings, if you're in like the screen recording properties and like, you know, you set the click effects, there's no way to set it to where you can distinguish between a left click and a right click. Every single program I've used when I was using Windows that allowed you to record the screen recorder would do the left click as red and the right click was actually blue. But with this, no matter what you do, it's actually always going to be red. That's one thing I wish they would add, because that would be nice. Because, like, I'll show you here. I'm going to go ahead and add in, let's just add the screen recording action right here. Set this to this, because I'm about to right click on the desktop here. And you see that it's still red. Or no, I didn't right click there. I right clicked there. You saw that, and it still was red. I don't see a way to do this. And you can also actually add in a sound on click. So let's see what that sounds like. Yeah, so you can hear that. That sounds pretty cool. I actually really like that noise. And you can choose a sound, so it could be literally any sound that you have on your computer. I would recommend keeping it the default though if you want to do that. Let's see here. So bam. Alright, and let's go ahead and make that go away. Cause, yeah, why not? So let's just do none. And we could actually change the pointer to like a circle if we wanted to. So now the pointer is a circle, as you can see. Oh, and it actually has a little click animation. I did not know that. We can make it a dark circle. Oh, I really did not know that. That's actually kind of cool. And we can also make it a square. So let's see what the square looks like when clicked. Are we playing? No, we're not. Wait, let me play. Alright, so that's cool, but let's just keep it the default pointer. You can also make the pointer big. If you want to make it really easy to see, let's set that back to 100. Bam. And also, let's go back to the point where I was actually typing in my YouTube address, which is all the way over here. Another thing you can do is you can have it, well, I'm zoomed in here, so you're not, and for some reason it doesn't like fix like doesn't really crop in with it, but where I'm typing right here, I could actually have it set to show keystrokes. And you know, to do a demonstration of what this looks like, I'm going to go ahead and open up my notes here, and I'm just going to start typing. So let's just do that so you guys can see what this looks like. So that's what it looks like, okay? So it just puts a little bar on the bottom of your screen, and it just sort of follows everything. You can do like, you know, Command Z, it'll show that. You can do Command Y. Oh, Command Y doesn't work? What is the redo? Oh, it's Shift Command Z, okay. So I guess that is universal. Alright, I was thinking that was just a Screenflow thing to use Shift and then Command Z. Yeah, so you can do modifiers and stuff, Alt, there's Control. So I could do Shift, Alt, K to type an Apple logo, so now you can see what that looks like. And all sorts of stuff. So there you go. That's all that looks like. Let's go and close out of that. Okay. So I think we're about done with this particular video here. I'm pretty satisfied with it. Mostly just a demonstration. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you guys this. We go to File, Export. I can actually export this. Now the settings I like, personally, I like to set that to 60% so it comes out to 720p right there. And then I go over here and I do Customize, and in this particular case, I actually think that a 12,000, or maybe like only like an 18,000 would be fine. But yeah, and I'd also set it to 30 frames per second because that's fine. If I'm doing like a Minecraft LP episode, I do 24 just so it looks a little bit better. But for this particular example, I'm just going to do a lossless because I want to put this video at the end of this video so you guys can see the end result. And obviously, if it's lossless, then it'll be the best quality, you know, possible. So I'm actually going to set this to lossless. And for some reason it's still asking me to scale. Okay, and when you go into the customize for lossless, it's all different. It looks kind of strange. I don't mess with this actually. So okay, I guess we'll yeah. Let's just do a full 1080p just for this so I can show you guys exactly what this looks like. I could use motion blur, which basically blurs your mouse as you move it. This video probably does not have any, so it doesn't have it because it's subtle, but you do sometimes notice it. If you notice it, then you can't help but notice it. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna export this, and because this is lossless, it's gonna take like no time at all. So yeah, okay, Screenflow. I can name this whatever I want to. I'm just gonna let's call it Screenflow. Oop. Demo. Yeah, Screenflow demo. How about that? Let's go ahead and save that. And like I say, because this is lossless, it really is just going to export a straight, like, raw video. So it's only going to take about 4 minutes, which is actually a bit of a long time just to sit here and watch it. Although, yeah. However, when we're doing this video, I'm going to be using the web high setting, the one that I had it set on before. I'm going to keep those same settings, and it's going to take a lot longer. It's going to probably take about, this video specifically, how long have we been recording? 29 minutes. Yeah, it's going to take probably about an hour, so that's that. So as you can see, it's still rendering this out here. It's going really quickly, like I say, because it is lossless. But I think it's going a little bit slowly, actually, because I'm recording right now. But no matter. That's basically going to do it for this video. Once this is done, this is going to fade back out, and you know, I can, yeah. And actually, while it is rendering, there's like, I think we hit play on like a remote or something. Oh, stop! No, you hit the button. Stop! Okay, never mind. Never mind. Yeah, it opened iTunes on accident, so yeah, there we go. Let's close out iTunes. Alrighty, guys, thank you all for watching. I'm gonna go and end this video here, so thank you all for watching, and adios. Command Shift 2.